Welcome to the National Enterprise Academy Virtual Learning Environment. This is a Moodle guide specifically designed for students. First thing to do is to find via your browser the web page, and that's the vle.thenea.org.uk. That's http://vle.thenea.org.uk. Any doubts, have a look at your student handbook. This overview provides an introduction to Moodle, to how the NEA uses Moodle as a platform, and focuses on two core processes. That's accessing resources for each unit on a particular course and to electronically submit assignments. Let's now log in as a student demo. On the left hand side we have the welcome message, and below that we have the Peter Jones video welcoming students to the NEA. Then we have the Moodle video guide for tutors, site news, Commission College Forum, and some excellent sources of information, the NEA website, Facebook and Twitter accounts. And on the right hand side we have up and coming events, calendar dates that are highlighted for you, and entrepreneurship news in this bottom right hand corner. So students will know which level they need to enroll on, and in this case we have two courses set up on Moodle, level 2 and level 3. You notice both need an enrollment key, so you just need to make sure you enroll on the correct course. There also happens to be non-academic resources, academic and student resources. Students are just interested in student resources and not the other two at this stage. So part 1 is to actually enroll on your correct course, so let's assume it's level 3. Now students will need an enrollment key which will be given to you by each college campus. And now you're into the level 3 BTEC Diploma in Enterprise and Entrepreneurship. On the left hand side we have the participants, people that are actually enrolled on this course. We have assignments, resources, and you can search forums for level 3. You could have a look at your grades and look at your profile, and you notice that at the moment that there just happens to be level 3 that you're enrolled for. What we could do now is actually look at all the courses again, and we want access to student resources. Click on yes, and you'll notice now we have both level 3 and student resources. They're the two main things we need to kick us off on Moodle. On the right hand side we have latest news, then we have up and coming events and any recent activities. So for example, if a new assignment was added here by a tutor, you'd see it here in this particular area. The main body provides an outline of this particular course, which is level 3, or in this case student resources. Let's go straight back to level 3 as a course, and by the end of the term you will have identified a business idea and created a business plan ready to pitch to potential investors. So this will change each term depending on what you're actually going to do. So term 1 for level 3 is planning your business, term 2 is setting up your business, and term 3 is growing your business. We also have the Peter Jones welcome message to students. We highly recommend you have a look at this as your start point. Then the Peter Jones 10 golden rules would be your next step. Now we get into the business end of things, and we have the first topic, which is business ideas. And we have three main areas set up at the moment. We have business ideas, the resources you need, and then we have some areas where you can actually submit assignments. So business ideas assignment 1, and you'll notice it says the deadline is the 22nd of October, and then there's a second area for assignment 2. The same pattern is in the topic below for vision. We have the resources and then the submission area, assignment 1 and assignment 2. So let's have a look at some resources. We have assignments, feedback, and a resources folder here. It's the same for every single topic or unit. So let's have a look at assignments. And we have 4 assignments here, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and actual templates to help students complete the assignment as efficiently as possible. So let's have a look at the first assignment. We can open or save the file. We'll just open it in this instance. If your internet security blocks this, you can always click on unblock each instance. Another file opens and we get an overview of assignment 1, which is the innovative entrepreneur for level 3. If we now go back to Moodle and go back up the tree, we can look at either feedback or resources. Let's have a look at resources, and then you see a level 3 unit 1 specification which gives you an overview of all of this particular unit. Once you've had an attempt at an assignment, your first submission, you're looking for some feedback. We have feedback sheets for each of the assignments, so 1, 2, 3, 4 for each of the units, and once they're completed they can be put into your physical folder. Okay, so that's the resources, and you notice we're navigating up and down just as you do in Windows Explorer. And we're going to go back to the top of the tree to level 3, and now we're ready, having had a couple of lessons, to submit our first assignment for business ideas. We'll click on the link, and here's the business ideas area to submit assignment 1. So there are 2 attempts allowed for each assignment. There is the submission draft, and then there is the final draft once you've completed the submission. And you'll notice here there's a close-off date of Friday the 22nd of October. Once that date has been reached, the actual you'll be unable to electronically submit the assignment in any shape or form, so it actually closes off, and that applies to any of the units on any of the levels. So there's 2 attempts, the submission draft and then the final version for each of the units. And if we look at vision, which is topic 2, exactly the same setup, vision, resources, and 2 areas to actually submit the assignments straight onto Moodle. Okay, now we've got we can look at the calendar, which is quite useful if we want to look at various events that are happening. So we can click on go to the calendar, and there the calendar will actually highlight any up and coming events that we need to keep an eye on for. So we have global events which affect all of the National Enterprise Academy, group events which will affect just your campus, so that's Preston, Southend, Hastings, and so on and so forth, Course events are level 3 or level 2, and user is specifically for you. So if you wanted to add an event, for example, something to do with your PPD group or something to do with your own day-to-day meeting your academic studies or running your business, you could set up a new event here, put in the details and add the date and save the changes, and that will pop up on your calendar. So we've got one here which is I've got a PPD meeting on the 20th of September. Okay, so we've looked at the submitting assignments, looking at resources and the calendar, and finally we're just finishing up with looking at the student resources. And here we've got generic resources applicable to all students. So let's look under the guide section and look under help guides, and we'll notice that there is the student handbook for 2010-2011. That's a great source of information for much of your day-to-day course needs. So for the moment we've got guides, health and safety, student services, financial support and technology. This will be added to as we go through the academic year. So look out for new activity in this area here as and when files are actually added. So to conclude, students are able to access resources and submit assignments electronically using Moodle. They're able to access their calendar to know exactly what they should be doing on a week-by-week basis, and they've got access to entrepreneurship news to keep them up to date with everything that's happening in the business world, and some key multimedia resources including messages from Peter Jones, and we'll be adding different resources including a guide to Basecamp. That concludes the National Enterprise Academy Introduction to Moodle for Students.